Hey friends, Michael Warrant here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play Down Boys on Guitar by Warrant. Now this one is for intermediate players, and we'll cover all the guitar parts and do the solo at the end. Now this song is tuned to E flat. I'll leave my guitar in standard tuning. Remember, if you're having any problems with the song, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you, and let me know how you go with this one. If you enjoy this lesson, like and subscribe, and check out my YouTube channel, Essential Guitar Lessons. Lots of songs and lessons for all levels, and new ones uploaded weekly, and I'll put a link in the description for you. So let's get into it. Now for the intro, we have this first part and it fades up so you can play it as many times as you need to. We're just going to palm mute the 5th fret on the B string 2 times, then the 4th fret on the G string 2 times, 4th fret on the E string 2 times, 2nd fret on the E 2 times, and up to the 5th fret on the E 2 times. So slowly. And do that as many times as needed, and then it changes for the very last one, so let's do that a couple of times first. Now the last one changes a little bit. We're going to play the 5th fret on the D 2 times, 4th fret on the G 2 times, and then play the 5th and the 4th fret on the B and the E once, and then the 4th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B once. So we have, and then we're jumping to the 5th fret on the B, 2nd fret on the E 2 times, and then the 5th fret on the B and the E 2 times. So that last one slowly. So let me put the two of them together for you so you can hear how that's going to sound, and that's our intro, and we're fading up into that. So let's give that a go. And then from there we're continuing with our intro. So we're going to start on the 5th fret on the A string, 2 palm mutes, and then just play a D power chord, 5th fret on the A, 7 on the D and the G. Then come back to the 4th fret, do 2 palm mutes on the A string, and then play the 4th fret on the A, 7 on the D and the G. Then we do the same again, but on the B power chord, 2 palm mutes on the A string 2nd fret, and then just 2, 4 and 4. And then come back to the A power chord, 2 palm mutes again on the open A, and then the A power chord, open A string 2nd fret on the D and the G. So slowly we have. Then we're going to come to the 5th fret on the E string, 2 palm mutes, and play an A power chord, 5th fret on the E string, 7 on the A and the D. Come back to the 4th fret on the E string, 2 palm mutes, and then play 4 and on the A and the D, 7 and 7. Come back to the A, do the same thing, 2 palm mutes. Then we're coming up to the B, 7th fret on the E string, 2 palm mutes, and then 7 on the E, 9 and 9 on the A and the D. And slide back down. So let me do that slowly for you first. And up to speed. So this next part we're going to call riff 1, and we're going to start with palm muting on the E string, and we're going to do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's just our open E. Then come up to the 4th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D and the G, play that once. Back to open E, palm muting 3 times. Just a D power chord, 5th fret on the A, 7 on the D and the G once. 2 palm mutes again on the open E. Back to the A power chord once. And then to finish that off, we're going to jump to the A string 2nd fret, hammer onto the 4th, pull off to the 2nd. And then just do a bend on the 3rd fret on the E. So let me do that part slowly for you, and this is what we call riff 1. Then this next part we're going to call riff 2. Again, we do the same start, the palm muting on the E, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a C sharp augmented chord, so 4 on the A, 7 and 7 once. And then we're doing our palm mutes again. D power chord, 2 palm mutes on the E, our A power chord. Then we're jumping up to a C sharp, so 4 on the A, 6 on the D and the G, play that once. Just move 1 fret up, play it once. Move 1 fret up, play it once. So just a little chromatic run there. So let me play riff 1 and riff 2 for you up to speed. Nothing too hard there. Then we just repeat riff 1 again, exactly the same. Now this is where it changes a little bit. We're going to do the start the same, so our open E 4 times, our chord, 3 palm mutes. Now this time we're going to do the D, so we're still doing 3 palm mutes on the E before that. Play a D power chord, so just open D string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd on the B. Jump to the A string, palm mute 4, 2, and then finish on the A power chord. And then to finish that off, we're just going to do an upstroke on the E and the B on the 5th fret, and you can still hold that A power chord there. And that's to finish that off there. So let me play that whole intro for you, nothing too hard there. Now there's also a second guitar when you do that upstroke on the 5, 5, 2 and 2, just hits the harmonic on the 5th fret on the G string. And you can use your bar there. And that gives us our whole intro. From there we have the verse, so let's look at that now. Now for the verse, this first part's just going to keep repeating each time. So we have 4 palm mutes on the open E, then do a pinched harmonic on the 4th fret on the A, 2 palm mutes on the E, 5th fret on the A pinched harmonic, 1 palm mute on the E, and then the A chord, then our A string 2, hammer onto 4, pull off the 2, and 3rd fret on the E with a bend. And that part's going to repeat as well, so let's do that up to speed. Then we're jumping to this E power chord. We're going to play the open E string, 2nd fret on the A and the D. Then play the 1st fret on the G, open B, so we have. Jump to the 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D and the G. Then play the open A, open E, 2nd fret on the G. And then to finish that part off, we're going to do 2 slide to 4 on the A, 6 on the D, and 6 on the G with a pinched harmonic there. So let me play that part slowly for you, it's a little confusing. And let me put that whole line up to speed for you so you can hear how that's going to sound. Then from there we just repeat that first part again. Now this next part, the start's going to be the same, our E, G, B, and then 2, 4, 4, open A, open E, 2nd fret, and this is where it changes. We're going to do 2 slide to 4 on the A, and then we're going to do 4 on the D, hammer onto 6, and then just 6 on the G. So let me do that part for you slowly. Then we do that first part again, and we just do that whole first line again with the E as well. So. Then we do it all again, except this last time we don't put the pinched harmonic on that 6, so we repeat it all again. And that's our verse there. So let me play that through for you up to speed so you can hear how that's going to sound. That's our verse there, and from there we go into our pre-chorus. Let's have a look at that now. So we're just going to play a G chord once and hold it for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to a D sus4, so open D string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd on the B and the E, and do that 2 times. D 2 times, D sus2, so just take your 2nd finger off there once, and back to D. So let me play that first part for you up to speed, nothing too hard. Then we go into a C add 9, so 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D, open G, 3rd fret on the B and the E, hold that, 1, 3, 4, and then just jump to D, we play it 2 times, and then another 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's our pre-chorus there, and there's a 2nd guitar. We'll have a look at that in a minute, so let me play that for you. Now the 2nd guitar, right when he hits the G, he's playing the 5th fret harmonic on the D, and then the 5th on the G. And we do that 2 times. Then when he plays the C at 9, again he hits the 5th harmonic on the G string, and we just use our whammy bar there. And that's guitar 2 there, and that's our pre-chorus. Let's have a look at our chorus. So for our chorus, we start on the E pair, we'll call it open E string, 2nd fret on the A and the D. Then just go to the B power chord, 3rd fret on the E string, and then the A power chord 2 times. Go back to the E again, the B, 3rd fret on the E, and A, and then come up to our C sharp, so 4 on the A, 6 on the D and the G. And then we just do another little chromatic run, 5, 7 and 7, 6, 8 and 8, 7, 9 and 9. So let me do that first part for you. Then we repeat that again, E, the B, 3rd fret on the E, the A. Now this time we go to the C sharp power chord, 4, 6 and 6. We play it again. Then we're going to play the open E string, 4th fret on the A, and then 2nd fret on the E string, 4th fret on the A and the D, and then back to the B power chord, and then A. And that's our chorus here, and there's a 2nd guitar. Let's play that first one for you now. And that's our chorus there. Then the 2nd guitar is coming in when we play that E for the 3rd time, and we're just going to play the 7th fret on the A, 9 on the G and the B, so, and then 7 on the E, 9 on the D, 8 on the G, so do the same but come back to the A, so 5th fret on the E, 7 on the D, 6 on the G, and then jumping to a C sharp, 4 on the A, 6 on the D and the G. So slowly. So just a little arpeggio picking there. Let's do that up to speed. it just plays that on that third E there. And that's our chorus. From there we go back to our verse. So this time for our verse we're actually going to just play riff 1 again. So same as we did in the intro, then riff 2. And then just play riff 1 again 2 more times, and that's our second verse. Let me play that up to speed for you. So that's our second verse. Then we have our pre-chorus, and it's exactly the same except for the last D. We're going to do stops. We do 2 Ds, stop, 2 Ds, stop, and 2 Ds again. So that's guitar 1, so let me play that for you, all the same, starting on the G. Now guitar 2 is coming in on the first D sus4, and we just play the 5th fret harmonic on the G string. And that's guitar 2 there. Then from there we just go back to the chorus, and we do that exactly the same as we just did the last chorus with the 2 guitar parts. And then we have this little part just before the solo, so let's have a look at that. So this is going to be similar to our intro. We have the 5th fret on the A string, 2 palm mutes, and then just play the D power chord, 5, 7, and 7. Then palm muting on the 4th fret on the A string 2 times, and 4, 7, and 7. Playing the B power chord, 2 palm mutes on the 2nd fret A, and playing 2, 4, and 4. Then when we go to the A, we do the open A string, 2 palm mutes, play the A power chord on 1, and then keep palm muting. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that gets us ready for the solo, so nothing too hard, it's similar to the intro. So let me play that for you. And that's our pre-solo. Now let's go into the rhythm behind the solo, and we'll do the solo at the end. So we just do riff 1, same as the intro. Riff 2. Riff 1 again. Now this last one's going to change a bit. We do the start again with our palm mutes, 4, 7, and 7. Palm mutes, 5, 7, and 7. And then we do a stop, and then to finish that off we just do 5, 6 with our chromatic run with our power chord. So C sharp, D, D sharp there. So we play the rhythm behind the solo, nothing too hard there. And then from there we're going into our third verse, and we just do part 1 and part 2 again. So we're just doing riff 1, riff 2, and that's our verse there. And then we go into our pre-chorus. It's going to change a little bit again. We play the G, then we're going to arpeggio pick the B string, E, B, G. So then we do our D sus4 the same 2 times, D 2 times, D sus2, and back to D. So now this time to finish we're going to play D, palm mute on the D string, D again, palm mute, D again, palm mute, D again, palm mute, and then 1, 2, 3. So let me play that pre-chorus for you there. That's our pre-chorus there. Let's have a look at the next bit. So from there we just do the chorus again. Both guitar 1 and 2 stay the same. Then after that he continues singing this chorus, but we go back to riff 1. Riff 2. Riff 1. Then the last one's going to change, but we're going to do that stop again. Then a little chromatic run, 4, 5 and 6, and he comes down with his bar there. So let me play that last part for you. And that's the end of the song there. Now guitar 2 is going to be doing something similar, but we're going to be putting pinched harmonics on the 4th and the 5th fret. So we still have our E, pinched harmonic 4th fret on the A, back to E, pinched harmonic on the 5th fret, and then finish the riff off. Then the next time, instead of doing 4 and 5 on the A string, do 6 and 7 pinched harmonics on the G string, and then go back to 4 and 5 the last 2 times. So let me play that for you there. And then from there we just go back to our intro to finish it off. Fade out there. So there are all the rhythm parts of the song. Now let's have a look at the solo. Let me play that for you, then we'll break it down. So we're going to start with a bend on 19 on the E string, and then just play 19, 18, 17, 15 on the E, and then jump to the B string, 17, 16, 15, to the G string, 16, 15, and then we have a pinched harmonic on the 14 on the G. Then from there we do 12, pull off to 9 on the G. Then we jump to the B string, we're going to do a bend on the 15, pull off to 12, and then 14 on the G, pull off to 12, and then do a bend on 14 on the E, pull off to 12, so bend and release, and then 15 on the B, pull off to 12, and then do a bend on 15 there on the E, and we stop that there. So let me play that first part slowly for you. Then we go up to 17 and we do 2 bends on the E string, and then 15, 17, 15 with a bend on the E string, so B string, 17, G string, 16, B string, 17, 16, 15, and use your bar there. From there we jump to the 19 and we do a bend again on the E string, 15, pull off to 12 on the E, and then we start with our bar down and let it come out on the 15, and then we're going to do 12, hammer onto 15, pull off to 12, jump to the B string, 15, pull off to 12, hammer onto 15, pull off to 12, and G string 14, pull off to 12 there. So that part slowly. Our bar 19. And then we're going to do 15 on the B and the E, slide up to 17, and 17 2 times, and then 17 slide back to 15 on B and E, 15 2 times on the E, 15 slide back to 12 on B and E, 12 2 times on the E, and then just play 14 on the G and the B, and then 12 on the G. So slowly. going to come in with our bar, hit the 5th fret harmonic on the G string and pull the bar out there. And then to finish off, we're just going to play on the B string, 19, 20, 22, and then do a bend on 22 on the E. And that's the whole solo there, so it's not too long. Let me play that one more time for you. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.